Got my eyes straight ahead, got my head in the game. With the red light on, I'm just waiting for the change. Keep my head down low. Let's get straight into the story. WA Assistant Police Commissioner Gailene Hamilton charged with stalking. An Assistant Commissioner from Western Australia. So in a statement on Friday afternoon, this was yesterday. It's funny that I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's coincidence at all that on a Friday afternoon, that's when they drop this bit of a bombshell here. So in a Friday afternoon statement, WA Police said Assistant Commissioner Gailene Hamilton had been charged, with 1 count of stalking and 4 counts of unlawful use of a computer system. Ms. Hamilton had been promoted to the 3rd top job last month, only days before she was stood down from her position following allegations of misconduct, the West Australian reported. It's amazing. She actually doesn't look very old. She's come up the ranks pretty quick, I'd say. The matter was referred to the Corruption and Crime Commission after an internal investigation into allegations that Ms. Hamilton had harassed a fellow officer. Oh, my goodness. In June, WA Police Commissioner Cole Branch, and I'll actually say his name properly now. In June, WA Police Commissioner Cole Blanche said the investigations involved allegations of persistent messages between Ms. Hamilton and another senior officer. She has been charged with 4 counts of unlawful use of a computer system and 1 count of stalking. WA Police said she remains stood down and is due to appear before the Perth Magistrates Court on August 6th. As the matter is before the courts, there will be no further comment at this time, WA Police said in a statement. Well, this is the problem, isn't it? When across the nation, in all of our police services, police force across the nation, we have people who are managers and not actually leaders. It's people who are in these positions because they are chasing after their own selfish ambitions, their own selfish desires. They're not really there to serve the community and to serve the nation as a whole. They're just out there looking for themselves. This is the problem. But here, when I was in Queensland Police, you could see it was as clear as day what the issues were with our leadership. We have all these people getting promoted who are just good managers. They're just good at writing a resume. They're just good at writing reports, but they're not actual leaders. And I think this is important, especially in institutions like a police service or a police force, where they're a paramilitary group. It's very important to have people who can actually lead people and not just these managers. But we put so much emphasis on managers, people who come up in the ranks and they can write the good reports, they can write the good resumes, they know procedure, and they know how to how to charge other people who have not gone along with procedure properly, who have not gone along with policy properly. They hold everyone else accountable for not going along with policy and procedure, but they themselves don't always feel the need to follow procedure and policy. No, but they know how to hold everyone else accountable. This is pretty amazing for an assistant commissioner to get along this far, and then all of a sudden you've been charged with this. Now, you got to remember, within the police, there's always a lot of petty jealousies, So there's a chance that some of this is just someone trying to get a bit of revenge, because they may have thought that they should have gotten the position that she's been newly appointed to. So there's always a chance of that happening, and there's a lot of that goes on. Well, a lot of that went on within the police service. You'd see someone get promoted, and you think, well, that's a good promotion, but then other people would put in a complaint. Put in we want that job. We want that appointment reviewed because we think that we should have gotten that job. And next minute, it's all held back for 6 months. It's all tied up in red tape. Obviously, people that do that aren't actually leaders. They're just people who think, well, they would be better managers. But this is the problem in Australia. We have people who just manage situations, who just know policy, who just know procedure. Like I said, they like to hold other people accountable for procedures and policies. But once they get above, they think that they're above the fray. They don't want to be held accountable. They think that they can do what they want, and they're not, they're not accountable to anyone. And don't think that this is something that just happens, the lady who was promoted quickly and it was just a DEI. This happens in, I mean, look at what happened in Queensland just the other month with Assistant Commissioner Harsley. You know, I mean, what kind of a leader is that? He's not a leader. He's not in my mind. He is just, in as far as Queensland goes, he is he's the poster boy for someone who's just a manager and not actually a leader. I mean, a leader would not think, hey, you know what? This younger female police officer, who's obviously very easily influenced and looking for who knows what they're looking for. I'll give her some home loan advice. We really should call him John Simons, founder of Aussie Home Loans, because he likes to give so much good home loan advice while you're on the couch at his house on the weekend. So, you've got people like this who come along. They're not leaders. He's just a manager. He just knew how to write a good resume. He just knew how to write good reports. He likes to hold other people accountable, hold them accountable, make sure that they go along with procedure and policy. But as long as he doesn't get held accountable, and he shouldn't have his job. It would be interesting to know a bit more about the history of Gailene Hamilton, the Assistant Police Commissioner in WA, how quickly she's actually risen through the ranks. But it does seem strange that she has made it to this position, and now all of a sudden, we've got problems with her stalking. That's it would seem. I think it'd be very it it'd be very strange if this is actually the first time she's done something like this. She's gone all her life, all her career, and she's never shown any other signs where she could possibly, get a bit too attached to someone, where she would be stalking someone or looking up information on the computer that she shouldn't be looking up. I mean, 4 counts of unlawful use of computer system and 1 count of stalking. It'd be very interesting to see how quickly she rose through the ranks, and were there any other signs when she was coming up through the ranks? Or was she just someone who could write a good report, write a good resume for herself, love to hold everyone else accountable, but, as long as she was above the fray and no one was looking at her. And now suddenly people are looking at her. This is what goes on within police services all across our nation. Too many managers, not enough actual leaders. We need we need to start promoting the right people. Get rid of all these people who love writing a good resume for themselves, putting themselves up in the prime spots, the prime positions within the police hierarchy, and start promoting actual leaders, people with a vision, people who aren't just in there for selfish ambitions. This is why with the Queensland Police Service, this is why the Queensland Police Union's uh, suggestion that we should be looking for young people who are interested in money and lifestyle. This is why that policy is not any good. This is why it's just disaster waiting to happen. Because if all you have is people who just want lifestyle and money, then you have your Gailene Hamiltons. Then you have your assistant commissioners Harsley, who are more interested in getting people on the couch, giving them home loan advice. This is what happens when you don't have proper leadership and you just focus on people who are just interested in money and lifestyle, Shane Pryor. It doesn't work. You need people who actually want to serve their community and who are good at leading. Leading. We need more leaders in this nation. Unfortunately, we have people like Elbow as their prime minister and Penny Wong. And, all these female senators that stand up with the Palestinian flag. Crazy, crazy times. But hey, let me know what you think. Shout out to Man of Faith Ministries for sending me the story. I'd missed it. Anyway, very cool. My name's j-fallon. This is ridiculous. Gailene Hamilton. Obviously, not much of a leader. What was the What was the WA police thinking? Why weren't they vetting her properly, doing a better job at vetting? Anyway, that's all my opinion. Let me know what you think. I'm j-fallon. Thanks for listening to The Slippery Slope. They just fuel the desire that will take me higher. I'm on fire because nothing's gonna bring me down. Nothing's gonna bring me down. Nothing's gonna stop me now. No one needs to be done. Nothing's gonna just focus on me goal. Nothing's gonna stop me now. Nothing's gonna hold me down. Got my eye on the prize. Got my eye